Welcome to Nobody Knows with Joey Johnson, powered in part by Classic of Denton.
Hey, and we're on.
Hey.
Nobody knows. Joe Coffee episode. What are we on? Is this 29?
Is this 29?
I think we're on 30.
We're on
30?
30. For
The
those
Christmas episode, 30?
Christmas episode 30. It worked out, so I don't know why
Wow.
that's significant. We have an awesome episode for you guys today. We're gonna do something a little different. As you can tell, we're not doing the Richie interviews right now.
But I am dressed in normal attire, as you can see.
To be very honest,
They can't see you yet.
Yeah, they can't see. They can't see Richie. To be very honest, though, we have a disco party to go to tonight, so we bought some disco attire.
Yep.
And we took care of a sponsorship thing, which is
Hey.
that's what we're doing here right now. I'm about to plug you the first ever sponsor, episode 30. Wow, this is cool. Deep Wax Productions, ran by Mr. Mark Zimmerman. Some of you might know him. It's an executive production company sponsoring local artists and collectives, responsible for financial and creative planning. With the strong community relationships, Deep Wax Productions is able to bring talent and venues together. It's ran by Mr. Mark Zimmerman, for those of you that know him. He's a really good dude. Bought me my cat.
There you go.
Yeah, we went to the adoption shelter, and for Christmas, he just threw down on my cat. So definitely support him. Does a lot of cool shows throughout the year. You know, he did help Richie put on Your Magic show.
And it was spectacular.
And it was an amazing turnout. He helped us throw the Chicken Gate thing. He's throwing this Saturday at Andy's. There's that onesie Christmas party. So
onesie upon a Christmas night.
Onesie upon it. I don't know. But yeah, check them out. Deep Wax Productions on Facebook. Yeah. Okay.
One cup of coffee down.
And that being said, eventually we're going to cue that theme music. We have an amazing episode for you guys today. So, intro music. This feels weird.
Do we just play
Relaxing.
the music?
It is, right? Richie made this beat.
DJ Rich.
Hey.
Okay. This feels so weird. So we'll let it hit a little bit.
Yeah, we'll look at everybody and say, hey, how are y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay.
You are now tuning in.
Okay, and we're live. I guess I should probably share that on the phone. This is ran so well, like a well-oiled machine. We are
We are
here.
the Tin Man.
We are here, episode 30. Nobody knows.
Nobody
With me,
knows.
as always, co-host Richie Flo.
Hey.
And with us, a special guest today, all the way, I guess, from Chicago, Annaleigh Stone, everybody.
Hey.
And clapping. Obligatory
All right.
applause, even for yourself. How you been?
Pretty good. How are y'all?
Good. What do you, so, okay.
Yeah.
I guess we've never met,
Right,
ever.
right.
We
Your
have,
friends, Richie, you've never, you're friends with Colton Jones, who we've
Yes.
had on numerous times. He was on last week, for anyone that listens. How do you know Colton?
We were in a play together at Stage West, like maybe 8 years ago.
So you used
It's been a while.
So you used to be from here?
Yeah, I'm from Fort Worth originally.
Oh, okay. How long have you lived in Chicago?
About 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing comedy out there?
About 4 years.
About 4 years. So
Yeah.
you started in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Awesome. Oh man. All right. We had to share this stuff. Sorry. Okay. Now we're good. So
And
Chicago, 4
shared.
years. Have you done
Yeah.
any shows in Texas before?
No.
You're doing one tonight, right?
Yeah.
You're
No.
doing-
I'm doing one next week.
Next week.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Convenient comedy.
Okay.
Nice.
I
Midway
read
Craft
the event
House.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever done comedy in a convenience store before?
No, I haven't. I'm excited.
Never done
I'm sure
comedy
the
with-
atmosphere is gonna be.
Oh yeah. People
Great.
come around
Yeah.
grabbing 40s behind you and stuff.
Of course. Yeah.
It's actually fun. He gets a pretty
Yeah.
good turnout for those.
I've done some rap shows there. It's pretty interesting. A lot of ideas to freestyle about when there's like Minute Maid orange juice and Cheez-Its and
Yeah.
sparkling wine.
Yeah, backstory: Richie is a rapper, producer, and magician, and dresses like this, like a Game of Thrones character right now.
Mhm.
What are you doing, man? What is this? Are
It's
you
just
looking at
something
Are
fresh.
you looking
No,
at yourself right
no,
now
no,
in the
thing
camera? Is that
the
what you're
thing
doing?
is, yeah, a lot of the one thing I noticed when I watched, because I've been watching some more shows, Jake, of Den Radio, and I've noticed one thing that I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's wearing these.
Nobody's wearing
That's
this.
So I'm
true.
trying to be
Maybe
the
for
one.
good reason though. Maybe. Are you not burning up right now?
No way. It
I had to
feels
take
What
off
does
a
it smell
hoodie.
like?
It's funny because
Mothballs and baby
like,
wipes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just that great smell of baby wipes.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Not a good look.
I don't know. It's a good look on me. I like it. I can't wait to go out to the club and check it out and see what people think when I'm doing karaoke.
So convenient comedy. You've never done it in a
Yes.
convenience. What's the weirdest
No.
place you've done comedy before?
I don't do a lot of stand up or like
Okay.
shows and stuff. So
Are you mainly? Oh, okay. You're mainly improv based.
No, I do like sketch on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay.
A lot of filmed.
All right.
lot of
Awesome.
film stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what have you?
Well, my friend Peter and I, we have this little show on YouTube called Millennial Minds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a bunch of little weird sketches.
Right.
And he makes like all the music for it too. So we have.
So millennial and then 9 spelled out or 9
Minds,
like the
like,
minds.
yeah.
Millennial minds.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, thought you had like a number. Millennial 9.
That sounded like a
Just me and my friend.
spacecraft. The Millennial 9. So you started out in Chicago, I guess. Okay, so you don't. So what are you gonna be doing at Convenient? Are you gonna be doing stand up?
I'm gonna be doing some weird stuff.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I
Some
don't know.
avant garde.
Yeah,
some
so to
alt
say.
comedy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in Chicago. I've done
There
a
is.
few sets in Chicago before, and
Oh,
I've
where
had
at?
really good. I did a set at Zany's for like the one in Rosemont. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, Zany's in Rosemont,
Mhm.
and then I've done a couple like Oak Tavern out by I think Wrigley area.
I live around there.
Okay, awesome. And then the other one was some upstairs room. It was an open mic. I don't know. That room was terrible. That was tough. It was like 6 comedians,
And then that
Yeah.
guy Jeff's house.
and people don't like you when you're from out of town sometimes at an open mic.
No, they don't.
Yeah, are you? Have,
They don't
have
like you if you're a woman either, usually.
Yeah, that's fair too.
It happens.
So, no, I mean, where have you done places other than Chicago, or you just kind of stay out there?
No, I stay out there
Okay.
mainly.
'Cause you're surrounded by some
chilling.
places out there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Minneapolis, Cincinnati.
Yeah, I don't have usually the time or money to
Yeah.
travel, so I go to Indiana sometimes.
Okay,
'Cause, you know,
okay,
That
yeah.
sounds
$10
fun.
for a megabus.
Yeah.
So,
What do
I've
you?
heard of Indiana.
So, do you
Corn.
do improv? Did you? I thought Colton said you went to
sometimes-
Second City.
yeah,
Okay.
I did Second City last semester for a bit, and we had a sketch show at the end.
And for
that
those
we
that
wrote.
don't know what Second City is, how would you?
Second City is like where all the big SNL comedians that you would know,
Right,
most of them
Murray,
came from
Harold
there.
Ramis,
Yeah,
guys like
Amy Poehler, Tina Fey.
Harold
all
who?
the- Ramis.
Interesting. Never heard.
Ghostbusters, the guy with the glasses
Yeah.
I thought that was Rick
and
Moranis.
the big hair. No, Rick Moranis is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
They look very similar.
But okay, so Second City, as you were saying, it's essentially it's a big
It's a big
School.
comedy school.
it's a big comedy school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they also have shows.
So you go to you did classes there or
Yeah, I took some classes from some great
improv?
teachers. Yeah, I took an improv
Okay.
class, took a physical comedy class,
Okay.
you know, the basics.
Yeah.
And then my whole cohort, we all wrote a show and put it on at
Okay.
the ETC stage.
Yeah, I've never done and I'm not saying I'm above it. I don't have the money really to pay for a comedy class.
Yeah.
But I would really like to just take one and see that you saw benefits from it, right? I mean, other than
course.
the meeting people and networking part, do you feel
Right.
like it helped mold you as a
Yeah,
better
especially
comic?
whenever you're working with industry professionals and they're the ones teaching you.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
That's awesome. Any names that people would know that are teaching there? Or?
No, not
No.
really. But they all did teach.
Big in Chicago,
yeah,
obviously. In
yeah,
that
big
area
in
and stuff.
Chicago. But no one.
And
in
so you said y'all
Denver.
did sketches at the end. Were they filmed or
Yeah, we did have a video camera filming our show.
I guess we should have got you to. If I would have known this, I would have got you to send me
Yeah.
some links. And we
What are
would've
some of your
played
sketches
one of your
about?
sketches.
What kind of I mean, I know Millennial Minds. I imagine y'all are about vegan stuff or something.
Yeah, all vegan all the time. But Millennial
Vegan.
Minds, it's like every show on Adult Swim put together, kind of.
Nice.
'Cause that's mine and Peter's style. if
Okay,
you
Peter
will.
who?
Peter Carozis.
Okay.
That's
My
a cool
good
name.
buddy. Yeah.
Out in Chicago, also, I'm assuming.
He
That's where you
lives
do
in
all this.
Indiana.
Oh, okay. So that's why
we
Mega
gotta
Bus.
go back
How
and
far of a
forth.
drive is that for $10?
4 to 5 hours.
Dang,
Yeah.
that's a deal though.
Yeah.
$10.
It's like driving to
Megabus is
Austin,
cool.
I drove to Chicago.
Yeah.
I've been a few times when I drove this summer, and it's. I mean, I travel. It was 16 hours. I did Boston before, which was 30 plus.
On a
It's not a
Megabus?
bad. No, I just drove myself.
Oh,
I did
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole 16 hours.
You drive.
I really
you
didn't
drive
feel
to all
that
these
bad.
places.
Yeah, I like driving. I like that a lot.
See, I can't do that. I'd
Big
rather
open
just.
roads.
Yeah, I don't like the Megabus thing because then I can't
Do they have
there's just a lack of-
Megaplanes?
I don't know.
Mega plane. That would be fun.
I like to
I
smoke
think that's
cigarettes
just Spirit
and stuff.
Airlines.
Oh, yeah.
I like to
Pretty
smoke
much.
cigarettes when I travel and stuff. And Megabus, you gotta wait till they stop. You know. I don't know.
At a Love's.
I'm
Yeah.
weird though, you know me. I'm not just like sitting by myself on a
Loves.
megabus. I'm like at the end of it, everybody's like applauding and like it's.
But you
fun
see,
experience
you're
for
the kind of
everybody.
guy to walk around and like mess with people and do magic tricks.
Yeah.
I would just
I'm like,
be
yo,
grumpy
why
on
are
a
we all so
megabus.
quiet? Just because it's 2 a.m. doesn't mean we have to sleep.
Wake up, guys! Wake up!
Wake
what are
up!
you doing?
And everyone's like,
Yeah.
why is
So-
that guy in the bear shirt always talking?
Oh my God, where were we going? I don't even remember now. Why?
Megabus. We were talking about Megabus.
We
Yeah.
were talking about Megabus. What was I talking about before though? I had a.
smoking cigs.
I had a before that. I
Which
had
we don't
some-
condone, but you know,
No,
some people
yeah.
do it.
I had a good question
If you
wherever
must.
this was gonna go. Have you seen the? Oh, I do want to talk about this. Have you seen the? Have you
Don't
seen
talk
Netflix?
about it.
Andy Kaufman.
No, I don't have Netflix. I
Carrey?
haven't seen that. No, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen that?
No, tell me about it.
Oh, have you seen this
I've
yet?
I've seen it and I love it.
I
well,
watched
I
this
don't,
all last night.
You know, I'm iffy on how I feel about like where Jim Carrey's going.
I
Like
know.
mentally.
Yeah, and see,
But I do
that's-
love Andy Kaufman. And
Yeah.
I did love Man on the Moon.
I mean, but where has he been mentally? You know what I
Right.
mean?
I
It's
don't
not
know.
about he's
it's
like
kind
just
of
now
scary
going.
because I don't know where he's
So
been.
for those that don't know, and you have seen it, 'cause
All
I
right,
heard
I
you
saw
talking
it.
about
I
it the
loved
other
it.
day,
It
I
was
think.
amazing.
And that's
It
what
was-
made me want to watch it last night. That's what I was trying to jog my memory if I heard you talking about it. But for those that don't know, I mean, Andy Kaufman, a very concept comic. I mean, it was like alt before alt. You know?
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
almost like anti-humor. I mean, it would be like the jokes were funny to him.
right,
Kind
and
of
to
a
only
thing.
him.
Yeah. And so.
and to the people that realized that they were funny to him.
Right.
And,
yeah. It
And
was
some
kind
of it
a-
didn't have
Like
to
you
be
had
a
to
joke.
be in on it.
Yeah.
It was like an inside joke that he presented to you, and if you wanted to be inside, you could. You know.
Yeah.
Well, and it was because people wanted. There may be nothing there, but because people were looking for it, that's why it was a funny thing a lot of times. Because he's just like,
Right.
I mean, he's a genius.
I mean, he would go and read The Great Gatsby on stage to music. You know, he would
Right.
wrestle women like on stage, like just ridiculous
Tony
bits.
Clifton.
Yeah,
Everyone hated.
the character.
Yeah.
Tony Clifton was like this really scumbag character he created.
Loud.
Yeah, and so I guess they were. I guess he was just always insane. He was an insane person. I mean, that's what he
Yeah.
was. In the most brilliant of way at times too. I mean, definitely one of the most like not thought of. Like people either love or hate Kaufman when you talk to people now.
Yeah.
Like you meet people that are big Kaufman like stans, or like you meet people that they just don't enjoy it at all.
they
Yeah.
either got it or they didn't. Though, you know what I mean? Like, there's people that are like, yeah, but I was looking for a punchline, and then there's people that realize that the whole punchline is that there was never a punchline.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and so like for those, this movie, this is a documentary about the making of Man on the Moon, which is the movie Jim Carrey starred as Andy Kaufman, and it's a
It's a biopic.
biopic. That's the word I'm looking for. And so Jim Carrey, and he'll tell you that Andy almost. It seems like he thinks Andy's
Like possessed
him, right?
Yeah.
It was like it's a
It's
monitor.
what I got. Yeah.
And this they were filming for like the electronic press kit. They were
Yeah.
filming him on the set and behind the scenes, and Jim Carrey was out of his mind.
Very
dude.
method acting.
Yes.
Oh,
very much.
Never left
So-
character apparently from either Kaufman or Clifton, and he wouldn't let people would be like, Jim, they would be like, Jim, we want Jim to come to dinner, and he was like, oh, I'll have to talk to Jim,
Yeah,
and
yeah. Or like the director was getting real like.
the director is getting so
Cheesed
stressed
off.
out with
Yeah,
him.
he was like, I
Yeah.
just miss Jim.
Yeah, some
I
like
miss him.
some really sweet foreign man was like, I just miss Jim.
But no, I mean it. See, a lot of people.
Yeah, I
are
want to
like-
know what you think about it.
a
'cause
lot of
you have
people
a
are
very
saying-
Kaufman-esque approach to like magic, rap, like
I mean,
you troll reality very much kind of like he did. Like I've literally seen this guy, and I think we've talked about this on here before. I've seen him walk up to two people on the square out here and convince them they were on a hidden camera show and make them do things. And he'll point to like a van and be like, "We have a camera right there." Then he'll point to stop. And people do it, and it's
Yeah.
so ridiculous.
I mean, so first off, I think he had to have done that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know you haven't seen the movie, but it's a really good movie. And the reason
I haven't seen Man
You
on the
haven't-
Moon.
oh.
I
The
haven't seen it.
reason-
It's because I never knew there was a movie about. I didn't know that.
Well, here's
Like,
the thing. People
Fair.
thought
I've heard
thought
of that movie.
Ace Ventura 1, Dumb and Dumber, The Mask came out, right?
Yeah,
And so
Yeah.
people loved these kind of movies. And then the very next movie he came out with was Liar Liar, and it was funny, but it was a different kind of funny. You know, it was a little bit older comedy. And then he made The Truman Show, which was like not
it.
very funny, but kind of dark,
Truman
but
Show's
kind of
good.
like, yeah, it's good, but
Yeah.
but people wanted to laugh because they were, talking out of their butt or something
Right.
like this. And so they had other movies, and they didn't do as well because he wasn't like hitting that like super goofy, and that's when Man in the Moon came out, and then Cable Guy came out, and all these movies. Cable Guy is actually like a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Like
a good movie.
it's a great
I'm a
movie.
fan.
You know what I mean?
Who else
like,
is it? That's Matthew Broderick in it also?
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
That's a
But
very good
when it
movie.
came out, he wasn't being goofy and like, so people didn't know how to really take it. But Man on the Moon,
The darkest movie he's in is that number 23 or whatever.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one's like really dark. That's not enjoyable. What were you saying though?
No, but that's the thing is he started, doing that stuff. But Man on the Moon was like his turning point, and now that makes sense when you're like, oh, that's why he didn't do Ace Ventura 3 and
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber 2
Right.
back in the day, and Liar, 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 Pants on Fire,
It was just
the sequel.
It's
Yeah.
super like like he just really so embodied that whole entire role. I don't know. That makes
But you
me,
better, like you should have.
Yeah, no, I know, but as
Like-
someone who does
Right.
like stand up, that makes me feel, and I just do plain boring white guy stand up, and I feel like that now after
Yeah.
seeing that.
If I'm ever Pancho Villa in a movie, I'm gonna be Pancho Villa for 6 months everywhere I go. Like
Pancho Villa, that's an interesting.
I don't know. I'm
pick.
trying to think of who
Kind of.
they would have.
What do you? What were you saying? Why do you keep looking at yourself in the camera?
Because
What
I'm
are you doing?
majestic. I don't know, dude.
You look ridiculous. Anyway, it was really good. Where's Kaufman from? He's not from Chicago, right? He's
No.
No?
He. I don't know. I did a project on him. I should know.
the
but-
best thing is Jerry Lawler, who's like a famous wrestler, and for a while he was the WWE announcer. Like I think he's dead now. I'm pretty sure,
Oh.
but he was on set playing himself on the Man on the Moon thing, and Jim Carrey would
Yeah.
just keep incessantly trolling him to
Yeah.
the point Jerry Lawler really like tried to attack him and stuff.
He did. He like slapped him or something, and like, yeah, that was good. That was
I'm
good
now
stuff.
I'm now sold. I now want to see the movie. Like I definitely have.
Oh, the fact that you haven't is ludicrous. We'll leave it at that.
I concur.
I feel like you had like so much more to say about this the other day, and that's why I really wanted to bring it up. And now you're like,
No. I did. There is something. I mean, what do you want to talk about? The fact that it was amazing, but I mean,
I feel like you just told me a lot about the Man on the Moon thing. I want to know like your take on it as.
I can't believe, like, these are my favorite kind of movies. Like, I can't believe that they had the footage from that long ago, right? I can't believe that it all worked out so great, that there's all this footage and there's all these ways to make that movie. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing to me. It's like Blair Witch Project, but real. And I
Yeah,
love Blair Witch. You know that.
I wonder how he would have been if the cameras weren't around. Like I feel like he's
No, for sure. No, but
Yeah.
I also think it
Yeah.
had to do with that. Like, if the cameras are rolling and I'm like, I know there's behind the scenes, like,
You're gonna like. I mean, he
I'm
admitted to it on there too.
I'm gonna
you know what
ham
I
it up
mean?
a
Like,
little bit, knowing that people are watching me at all times. Like, I want them to be like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, he just played a shark in a movie, but he was like biting everybody the whole
Right.
time.
Well, just like most comedy, and just like obviously with Jim Carrey's, there's like lines of truth in it, you know. And he's clearly like
Yeah.
not. I don't think he's doing well.
Yeah, because
He
there
doesn't
was
look well
in
either.
the documentary. There was whenever he was Andy.
Yeah.
You know, he was talking about how like he doesn't think Jim is doing well. He doesn't
Right,
think
yeah,
Jim
yeah,
will be
yeah.
able to like get out of where he is.
He like
and that was
saying
pretty
that.
spooky to me.
Walking
I think
around on set saying
Yeah.
that.
But I think that I think he's definitely in a strange place. But that's what you would say to somebody who's like had some growth that we can't explain. You know what I mean?
In what way? You mean like he's
I mean,
woke
like,
now? He's woke to
It's
some
not
things
about
that we've
being
never-
woke, but he's understood that this whole time he's just been playing Jim Carrey, the character, right? He's
Right.
been Joe Coffey this whole time, except for Joe Coffey was his name. You know what I mean? His
Mm-hmm.
real name was that, and so he's like, once I became this character, I had to kill who I really was, so I could just pretend like I was the funny Jim Carrey guy who's just always
Right.
making faces. So you become that. And so now he's like, I was playing a character of Jim Carrey, but now I'm just like, I know that person didn't exist. So people are like, he doesn't exist. He must be crazy thinking he doesn't exist. No, he's saying like that person didn't exist, and it didn't. You know what I mean? Like,
And
if
for that time being, it definitely didn't
yeah,
exist.
if
you
somebody
know?
said, "Hey, Richie, we're going to give you $10 million. We want you to be in all these movies because we saw you in this one interview, and you were just looking so barbaric," I'm gonna look barbaric every day. every day on set. I'll be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I got Viking horns.
Well, and it's
now.
hilarious the politics behind it. Like they didn't want that out because they didn't want him to come off like an a-hole.
yeah.
You know, like entirely. I can't believe I just said a-hole. I feel so silly.
He meant beehole,
Little
guys.
bee-hole.
Tell Mike Drago wants to know about that awesome coat. Is that buffalo, Richie?
No, actually, it's gorilla. This was actually baby gorilla. He was shedding, so we had to kill him and make a jacket out of him.
No, but I mean, and back to you saying like his mind state, Jim Carrey's, that being, or Richie's, he has been falling. I feel like just weird, like Kick-Ass 2, which it's the title of a thing. Kick A Hole 2. That movie, when it came out, he was in the second. It's inherently a very violent movie, and that's when a lot of like mass shootings were happening. So after he cashed his check for the movie, he's out there like telling people publicly in the media not to see this movie, which hurt so many other people that worked on that movie, you know? And it's just like a weird, like that was a weird thing to me. That was the first time I was like, man, this guy might kind of be a, you know what? And then that, like, then I don't know how I feel about that documentary. Like, is that artistic genius, or is he just
Well,
doing
he's also
it to
an
get away with it?
anti-vaxxer, so you know,
is he?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's a toss-up.
I mean, and I don't really know, you know.
I don't know any of the benefits of vaccines.
I wasn't vaccinated, and look at me. I only get a cold every 3 months.
To be honest, I really don't know what to think about it. I think I trust doctors more than me, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't really know.
Probably, I don't know if that's a good mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, I who's to know, dude?
I'm gonna trust a dude in a tie compared to some stoner with a backwards hat. Like, dude, don't do the vaccines. Like, dude, I'm gonna trust a doctor before I trust Jim Carrey. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trust but at the same time,
medical
professional.
I think, but that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he may not believe in that and this and that. He may have whatever skewed views, but I think he's onto something.
In what way?
Well, because what does he look like right now?
He looks crazy.
Nope. He shaved the beard. See?
He did?
That's how little you know about it. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's how little you know about him.
He
shaved
really
the beard
right now.
No, because you think he's like this crazy beard guy, and just because we have beards don't make us crazy.
At least he's not.
He still has
it's
the
bear
crazy
coat.
eyes, though.
Yeah, he does.
But that he'll never lose.
Big, like, serial killer eyes.
Yeah.
He'll never lose that, though.
They should make a Charles Manson movie with Jim Carrey as the lead, as Charles Manson. That'd be
cool.
That would be a great movie.
They should make a McDonald's movie and have Michael Keaton as old McDonald.
I hate you so much right now. I don't even know where.
That's actually a real movie.
I don't even know where to go with that. Colton's actually out there. Can you hear us, Colton?
Colton.
That's fine.
Colton.
Hey.
I feel like
Hey,
he would
buddy.
have been reacting.
Hey, Colton.
So, have you
Jim and
performed-
Andy, thumbs up or thumb down? Jim and Andy.
Jim and Andy.
Jim and Andy.
The
Jim and
the
Andy.
Kaufman, Jim Carrey.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
You
haven't watched it yet?
What are you doing?
Ooh.
I haven't seen Man on the Moon
Okay.
either, and I still watched it, and it was great. Yeah, I know you love Kaufman.
He
I
says
would
he
invite
loves
you in here,
Kaufman.
but I feel like we've had you on this show like a lot. You want to come in?
You can come in.
You want to join?
Come on.
Do we have
Come
Jake?
pop
Do we have
in.
another headset?
Pop a chair.
Can we do a pop in?
Is this weird? We've never done this before, ladies and gentlemen. We
never
don't.
First time.
We don't even know if it's
Audience
gonna work.
member.
Everything.
Oh, we didn't comp him with
Colton's
water.
been getting a lot of airtime lately.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
Hey,
Let's
pal.
talk about how you haven't seen Man on the Moon.
Colton Jones, everybody, local stand-up comedian, was on the show last week, and now,
And he's standing
Yeah,
up.
no, he's.
yeah, you are standing.
You could. Yeah.
So
That's
you can sit on
fine.
the floor.
That's fine.
No.
Or
You could
you could
squat.
maybe even move that, like, Jake. Can we move that white bag, and you can sit in that chair?
Oh my gosh.
Move- Yeah,
really
just sit in that
okay.
chair. Okay. All right. You're joining the show. What's
So-
up, dude? How you been?
I've been great, I guess.
You just got thrown into a radio show.
I wasn't. I didn't
We're going
know.
unconventional these days.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
was-
you haven't seen the movie. You haven't seen Man on the Moon.
no,
You haven't seen Jim and Andy.
no.
You do like Jim Carrey.
I like Jim Carrey, but I love Andy Kaufman.
There you go.
Mhm.
See? And so have you not watched Man on the Moon because you don't want to, I mean,
I feel like I know the plot of the movie. Just
Exactly.
From, like Wikipedia articles that I've read.
yeah.
IMDb or two.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand that.
I
You
can't
know
believe
that
haven't
you would
seen
give it
I
a
feel like of all people, when I saw that, when I was watching it yesterday, I was like, I got to talk to Colton about this.
That's a compliment.
I just think, I mean, there's
That's how
times
they
where
work.
Hey, the host just complimented me.
you know
Hey,
the
everyone,
movies.
check that out.
Do you think it would be a good movie? Do you think Man on the Moon's a good movie? Do you already give it a thumbs up in your head so
Yeah,
you
I
don't
mean,
really need to watch it?
Everybody that I've ever talked to about it have said they love it,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
which I love. because not everybody that I talk to likes Andy Kaufman.
But you
In
don't
fact,
need to watch it because you know already that it's good. Does that make sense? Like sometimes in my head I'm like, oh, that movie's good. I won't watch it because everybody already said it's good. I just know that it's going to be good. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what essentially I was saying, or we were saying, like, you either love or hate Kaufman. There's I never have met someone who's, like, really on the in-between with, like...
But I've even met people who hate him that like that movie. So I'm like, it must really be good.
Yeah, because people love Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, but it's not like it's not Jim Carrey. It's a different Jim Carrey. You know what I
It's-
mean?
yeah,
Like
I
the
mean-
movie, yeah, it is Jim Carrey, but it's Andy Kaufman.
Well, it's the same Jim
mean, like-
Carrey. He's just playing a character. Right?
Yeah,
Right.
but he's not playing the Jim Carrey character that everyone.
The
Jim
wacky,
Carrey
Yeah,
Like
he's-
Grinch. Like
but
the
it's
Grinch.
Jaw.
but he
the
is
character.
Yeah,
I can't do that to me. No, and that's, like, kind of what Annaleigh was saying. It's, like, almost like he would tell you he was, like, possessed by Andy Kaufman's spirit. I mean, he's talking
Yeah.
about, like, that's when Andy tapped me on the shoulder. And
Yeah, and
like,
he said, "Step back. I'm making my movie."
it was so creepy.
Okay.
but that's what I would say too. Like if I'm ever on a movie, I'm just
you
gonna be
would-
Abe Lincoln for.
But you would do it absolutely to mess with people. I think
So,
Jim Carrey
who
very
knows?
much believes.
You never
that-
know though. Like the guy who saw Bigfoot.
I think it's just one of those.
Is that
Just
what your
saw
scarf
you.
is made of?
Yeah, this is just a Bigfoot.
It's
scarf.
just Bigfoot.
I think it's one of those things. He was just in such a bad place, and that's kind of what it seemed like. He was in a really. They even said the director, like, he had recently gone through some kind of heartbreak or something. The director, they weren't going to film for another year, but the director told me, he's like, "Don't get better." You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, he's like, "Don't
stay-
get well."
Don't get well. Stay hurting. Because this is what I want. And it almost seems like he just completely wore a mask for the entire time that he
Yeah.
possibly could, and just he didn't want to be Jim Carrey anymore. It's like Annaleigh says, walking around on set saying stuff like Jim's not well, Jim's not okay. Tony Clifton, him and Bob Zamuda, who was like Andy Kaufman's like best friend, and would help him with stuff, and sometimes be Tony Clifton. I mean, they did a gag where he had Bob Zamuda dressed as Tony Clifton show up to the Playboy Mansion. Hugh Hefner greeted him thinking it was Jim Carrey as Tony Clifton.
Because Jim Carrey was invited to a party.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they saw Tony Clifton. They're like, "Oh, it's Jim."
That's
doing the
hilarious.
Kaufman bit, but it was
I
really
love
Bob
how you just
Zamuda.
lit up when he said that. Like you just like, yeah, it's tight.
Colton's
It's
going
beautiful.
in and out.
That was a
This is
good
right up.
story. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I mean, you do bits very similar. Like
Yeah.
when you started, you were very, very Kaufman-esque,
I was-
and you
yeah.
still did that variety show recently. Was a bunch of like,
And you have your
Yeah.
Tony Casillas character. You do.
Yeah. Actually, that
Tony Casillas.
theme of like more explorative and kind of bit-based stuff is what
Mhm.
will be continuing
yeah,
this
That's
way.
what I'm doing
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of.
that's what she was saying over
Yeah.
at Convenient. I thought that was tonight. That's next week.
This next week.
Okay, who all's on that?
Her, and then we got a bunch of new comics. We got Kirk Yonkers, he's a
Okay.
newcomer. Emily Klein,
Yeah.
newcomer. Kelsey Molina,
Mhm.
and then there's a girl who transplanted from Denver that we just booked on it as well.
Awesome. So got some out of town people,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. While they're here, might as well get them to work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Fort Worth,
Mhm.
Annaleigh?
Eastside Fort Worth.
Okay, so you were how old are you? How long did you live in Fort Worth? Because you said 4 years in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm 22 now.
Okay.
That's
so
what we're
like
trying to get
18
at.
years.
Okay, yeah.
We didn't want to do the
I'm
math.
22 years old.
So where'd you go to high school in Fort Worth?
Fort Worth Academy of Fine Arts. Shout
Oh,
out.
wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
Theater kid?
Yeah, theater kid.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you guys did a play together?
Yeah, at Stage West.
Yeah.
Many.
Like a workshop that
Where's-
was.
Kind
where's-
of.
where's stage-
it's in downtown. Sort
Yeah,
of.
that's a great theater. They're a
Yeah.
wonderful organization, but they did this.
Festival
yeah, I
of
have
the
to
Kid.
ask now with this laugh.
It was
This
the-
is
Festival of the
insider.
Kid.
It's called the Festival of the Kid. We were like
The festival
first
what?
annual year.
Wait, what? It was called
Festival of the Kid.
But you
Of
did
the
like
Kid.
2 more years after. I only did the first.
Yeah, I don't know why. I continued, but I
Festival
did.
of the Kid.
Of the
Yeah.
Kid.
Of the
Festival
Kid.
of Thy
Every-
Kid.
Everything.
I
that
think
was
What
did,
is
you
that?
just change, did you just change the name? I think you just.
No.
What does that mean?
Festive of Thy Children.
It means everything was written by children and performed by children.
Yeah,
Sounds
everything was
terrible.
written by children.
Yeah.
Like
Um.
my left hand is writing right now.
Right.
Everything
Yes.
is written by.
Right.
There's a short film online on Vimeo.
Don't talk about that because
Little Colton. Little Colton's on there.
I played a cholo in.
I played a big old B word.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we shot a film about inner city.
Uh huh.
So all these kids.
You're gonna have to finish it. You're gonna have to. Because I don't know what you're talking
A
about.
bunch of these kids whose parents all paid for them to go to this private theater camp in downtown Fort Worth did a short film that we all wrote, and we had a little help directing, I'm assuming.
We did not write it.
No, we didn't write that one. Thank God.
So what was it? What was it?
It was you played a bully.
Yeah, I
You
played
were like-
a bully.
you played
like
a bully.
Like a
Okay.
Well, I am very mean.
Okay,
I'm a very
okay.
mean person.
You seem very mean-spirited.
I am.
Right off the bat. I didn't know what that was, or I didn't.
Your aura.
Yeah.
Your aura's red.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
red. Yeah, red. What is this?
Your aura's
It's
very
velvet.
red
It is
velvet.
Got it at a
velvet.
thrift store.
It is
The
velvet.
Velveteen Rabbit.
Yeah.
So anyway, what is this
Yeah,
about? What was this short
It's
film
a bunch
about?
She
of
played a
like white
cyberbully.
people playing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they wanted to set it in an inner city school, and they needed bullies, like male bullies. And so I was one of the male bullies, but they wanted me to play it as a cholo. So they bought me this like
Oh my!
Let's
It's
find that.
like I'm glad it happened.
Which for those that like the podcast listeners, no one that if you've never seen Colton, it's
I
very
w-
much not.
He could be.
Cholo.
If he was a little
Yeah.
darker and didn't have the beard and just
He's
a
wearing a
mustache,
very
I
nice
could see-
magenta shirt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's very magenta. That's the color.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So anyway,
Fuchsia?
they had you. What they have you?
I
straight up,
played a
like-
cholo. I just did a cholo in one scene, and I have a line, and I speak in Spanish, and I
Oh my God! What was the line?
don't remember.
What was
Joe.
the line? You do remember the line. Look
No
at him. He
quieres
remembers it.
más.
That's something that you never. It never leaves you. That never leaves you. What is
think
that
it-
line?
I think it's "What's Wrong, Gringo."
Oh, can you do it in character?
No,
Please do it in character.
Joey.
What are you talking about?
This is already online somewhere, and I don't
Yeah.
have a
Is it
career
really?
yet.
It-
but in
it
the
is.
off chance, I don't want newer footage of me saying "What's wrong,
rerunning the bit. Rerunning the bit. Oh my, that is so funny.
Yeah,
Who
I'd love
wrote
to see that.
Whose
Some
idea was
kid.
Some director.
Some
how
kid.
long ago was this?
It was my freshman year of high school.
Yeah, so
So
20.
yeah, I don't know.
It sounds like this is the same
So you guys
kid
know
that
each
later
other a
went
long
on
time.
and
No, wait,
wrote
28.
Training
Yeah.
Day.
9. 2009.
2009.
2009.
2009.
2009.
So, what made you move to Chicago?
To go to Columbia College, Chicago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which
Prestigious.
is not at all.
It's not?
94% people that apply get accepted.
What?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
apply.
so
We
you
should
could
apply.
You'll get in.
That's
You'll
1
get
in
in.
50
I
chance.
could do some schooling.
That would be nice. That would be fun.
You don't do when you go to college. You don't do the schooling. They school
They
you.
school you. That's
Nice.
right. That's right. Wow.
College sounds cool. We should go.
Should we?
alright.
Are you
For-
still in?
Yeah, I'm still in. I got
Okay.
a year left.
What are you?
Awesome.
What are you majoring in?
Comedy
Is that-
writing and performance.
What? That's a
Really?
class.
That's a major.
That's a
It's
major.
a whole major.
Is there a magic
Wow.
major there?
Because it's
Probably.
Chicago, man.
Probably at
Because
Columbia.
it's Chicago.
It's Chicago.
have-
That seems
Yeah,
like
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
got
That's a
everything.
fair enough. That's a fair enough point.
you
If
can't
I was-
just study communications like it's Denton.
Chicago's fun, man.
I need to
been?
go to a rapping major.
I've never been to Chicago.
It's so great.
I've been to the Whitty City Grubhub.
That's close
On
enough.
Fry Street, yeah.
It's not.
they have some decent euros, I guess.
But you do all kinds of weird stuff in Chicago. You're always doing like art projects
Yeah.
up there. And
Like screaming on the street, getting. I did this thing where I got on stage in Grant Park and like told jokes stolen by other comedians while people threw tomatoes at me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
It
awesome.
was a nice little performance art piece. But then
Is there
people
any
started
footage of
throwing like
that?
trash at me. Yeah, it's on my YouTube.
Okay.
It gets
Is
it gets
there-
rowdy.
Is there any Denton radio appropriate stuff that we could have Jake maybe pull up on there? So any of your sketches or anything?
Yeah, you could pull up Millennial Minds. There's something on
Jake,
there.
can we see if we can find anything on YouTube while we? Chicago's fun though, man. That's a really fun.
I've
city.
had a Chicago style pizza.
How did you like it?
he's wearing it.
Beef and cheese.
Where'd you get that from?
Deep.
You were with me.
Not that the Chicago,
Oh,
the pizza.
Pizza Hut had a
You
thing.
haven't?
I don't
Because you've
know.
been to Chicago?
It's not.
Pizza Hut's not Chicago.
Yeah.
No, but it
it's
had
not
like
at
a
all.
Chicago
Right.
style.
Where's
Like
your go-to?
Brooklyn style, you know.
Where's your
Yeah.
go-to spot in Chicago?
My go-to spot
Yeah, for pizza.
For
Where's the-
pizza,
yeah.
She's like Pizza Hut.
I'm a fan of
Papa John's.
Giordano's.
Okay, that's my favorite too.
Yeah, or Gino's East. maybe.
But-
Do you think the water? Do you think that pizza tastes better in general up there because of the water, or do you think
That's what they say in New York. I don't know.
Is
about-
that a thing?
I thought it was Chicago, but apparently it's New
in
York.
New York they say that?
I
it
don't
is
think
because
the
the
water
dough.
in New York or Chicago is
better.
like up to par.
I don't know.
I don't think it's about the
they think it's
water
a flavor.
taste.
They
It's
say-
it's
Okay,
like
that's
the
what's
mineral,
in it.
the extra minerals.
because in New York, also the hot dogs are called dirty water dogs.
Mm.
So, and I mean, they say it's the dough, the water in the dough that makes it like New York pizza, whatever. I mean, I talked to last time I was there. I talked to the family I stayed with in Staten Island. You know, they were selling that really hard about how great their water is, and I was like, all right, I just think it's because it's pizza and it's made by some Italian man named Giuseppe or something. I think it's.
I hate the name Giuseppe.
I love that name. If I
I
had
wish people would stop naming their children Giuseppe.
Do people
think?
still do that?
I don't think
Maybe.
so. I think they just name Italian.
I haven't
restaurants.
There's
you
a
know,
lot of
Pinocchio's a real name. Like Pinocchio's just like a real name that nobody you know is named.
Is that Italian?
I mean,
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio!
Geppetto.
Pinocchio!
Geppetto's a really good name though.
Geppetto?
Like, hey,
Mhm.
we're gonna go hang out with Geppetto and Colton. Like,
It sounds like a type of yogurt, like Geppetto yogurt.
Geppetto and honey.
Is there anything you find anything on YouTube at all, Jake?
That's an R&B group.
Uh-oh.
yogurt. I like yogurt.
Got low servers.
Low servers right now. Okay. Well, then
Rip.
Lo siento. I don't know what that means.
what questions do you have, Richie?
Pretty much like, so when you're building a sketch from the ground up, what are you thinking, like, as far as getting characters and interlaying, like, a backstory?
Well, a lot of it
Dang.
that.
All right.
Sorry.
that,
I just had a lot on my mind. I'm sorry. I was just...
loaded
Okay, that
question.
Hi.
Me
Hi, how
and
are you
Peter
doing?
just kind of go off of each other and just do we film everything.
It doesn't
We
start
film
with, like,
everything.
oh, this is inspiring me, and I want to do this based off this, or is it just, like, independent thought?
It
and then y'all-
depends. Like we had an idea for this bit for an ice cream baby, and we were like, where did we come up with that? And I saw across the street from my apartment there's an ice cream store, and right next to it something called Baby Atlas.
Oh, nice.
And he was like, that was subconscious.
They just sell
That's
like
cool.
Baby
small
ice cream.
maps.
Yeah. Yeah,
Really
for tiny
pocket
hands.
maps.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, is there, like, a process of getting, like, an idea actually filmed? Because I know a lot of people who, like, write a bunch of stuff, but most of the time they don't get filmed.
Yeah, mostly we film like us just walking on the street. We film our friends doing everything, and then we edit it all
And
later.
then y'all put subtitles later?
Sometimes, yeah.
Saying, like, Wendy just said.
Is it scripted out?
Who
or
is
made up
Wendy?
on the
No, it's
spot?
a lot of it's made up on the spot. We do write some things out. We have a new hit single coming out soon called Joints and Mimosas that we just
Okay.
wrote.
That sounds cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been doing this?
We've been doing it we've had the idea for about 3 years, but we only started doing it like in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Because now he lives in Indiana, so it's a lot of like.
You guys film from phone, or you have a video camera?
We film from both of our phones and my video camera.
Okay.
So
okay. So it's a
like
three camera show.
Three cam
Yeah.
show.
Standard 3
set
cam.
up.
Like Friends.
Like friends.
Yeah, it's exactly like Friends.
Friends with friends.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Anything?
Anything else, Richard?
No, I mean, I have.
You were doing really
Tons of
good.
Yeah, do you want
were
to pop
doing
another
really-
brilliant question out
Yeah.
somewhere?
You were doing. See, normally we would do weird
no.
news, but
In
we didn't get
character
weird news
development,
set
though,
up.
do you ever find it hard? I'm just kidding. No, I don't know.
Just try to finish that. Just where would it
I
have
trained
gone?
in Meisner.
Do
so
you ever
that's so
find
easy.
it hard not just making every character based on yourself in some way? Like, every time I'm trying to, like, make a sketch, I'm always like, that would just be me if I was a barista.
Well, that's not a bad thing to do, I would say. You said you trained in Meisner. I'm not familiar.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it was mostly a joke, but
I wasn't even sure. There was a lot going on there.
Yeah.
What is the Meisner reference?
he's an acting
Oh, okay.
from
Okay.
back in the day.
I want to know
Yeah,
that.
like Stanislavski.
Oh,
if
okay.
you've heard of him.
Okay.
It kind of rips from Stanislav.
But yeah,
Say it,
so
Colton. Say
yes
it.
or
Let us know what you think.
so yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Why don't you think that's necessarily a bad thing?
What's to be yourself?
To be writing almost with your own, like to be writing characters, I guess that are like
that are always like let's say I made like
loosely based on you.
Well, the reason that you want yourself to play the character is because it comes from your brain,
Right.
right? Like, if you wrote a character and it doesn't have your voice in it at all, then hopefully you would know someone else whose voice matches that character, and they would be better suited for the part.
Mm-hmm.
If you write yourself to where, like, even if, like, John Travolta is playing, like, a 40-year-old woman in Hairspray, there's still, like, a strain of that character that is the same as John Travolta, otherwise he
That's
wouldn't
what
have
makes it fun. That's what makes
Yeah.
people enjoy
What
it.
about in Face Off when he played Nick Cage?
There's a
Or
little bit
in
of
Wicker
John
Man.
Travolta inside of Nick Cage.
or in Wicker Man when Nick
He
Cage
played Nick Cage in something?
They play each other,
Yeah,
right?
Face Off, they
And
switch
what?
faces.
You
like
did
a
a live
Mad Max.
screening of
I
that?
have it in my backpack Like, for real.
You have it on you right
yeah,
now.
I do. If we want to pop it
We
in.
can just pop it in a Mystery Science Theater right now. It's called Face Off.
You've never
Face
heard
Off,
of this movie?
yeah.
Can I see the? Do you have it?
You've never seen
I wanna
Face
see
Off?
the actual
It's the
DVD. I've never seen
Yeah.
Face Off.
This from the man that from the person who tried to
I'm
get
gonna
me
go
to
grab my
watch
coconut
Hollow
water real
Man.
quick.
Ooh.
Get you to watch what?
Hollow Man.
Wicker Man?
Wicker Man is terrible. Nice.
Okay, it's both of their faces. In order to trap him, he must become him.
That's right.
What is this about?
So John Travolta plays an FBI agent, Sean Archer,
Uh-huh.
and Nick Cage is
A
like a
terrorist?
bad guy, like a terrorist. Yeah, Castor Troy. And back in the day, Nick Cage tried to murder John Travolta, but he killed his son instead on a carousel. And so ever since then, John Travolta's been trying to like get back at him. So then Nick Cage's brother goes to prison, and they need to find out where they planted the bomb. But in order to find out where they planted the bomb, they have to switch
There's
faces.
always a bomb.
There's always a bomb. Yeah, and he like grabs
why
grabs
do
a
they
little
have to
choir
switch
girl's
faces?
butt.
They have
supposed
to
to
switch
be in the
faces.
They have
future?
to switch faces.
No, this is in the distant past. This is like
Yeah.
2001.
But does the movie itself take place in modern day?
This is 1998.
I don't know. Have you never seen this? You never seen Face Off before?
I
I've seen
watched it once when I was tired. I was tired.
You were tired. You were not. Well, Face Off brought to you by DentonRadio.com and Deep Wax Productions. Look at Mark
Yeah.
just plugging. If you're in the comments section, there you go. Little known fact, Joey Johnson used to go by the moniker Joe Coffee. We got all our comments are Mark. Well,
Joey's backwards baseball cap brought to you by
Deep Wax Productions. Sponsoring things really getting legit. So what have you been up to today, man?
I had to pay my gas bill,
Okay.
All right.
and then I went with Luke. We split a Little Caesars pizza.
Luke Moore,
Yeah,
stand-up comedian. Friend.
and
$5
then
hot
Little
ready?
Caesars, local pizza joint.
You went and got the
Locally
$5 hot
owned.
and ready?
well, you know what kind of irritated me, and I love Luke. He's a great friend of mine,
Mhm.
but he asked for it extra crispy. So then, like, we ordered the $5 hot and ready, and I was like ready to walk.
And it was not hot.
Yeah.
It was not ready.
No, we had to
'Cause you
sit
wanted
there in the
crispy.
store like for like 15 minutes and wait for him to cook this pizza. I was like, why did we come
Why
to
did it
Little
take
Caesars?
15 minutes?
Do they
just
have
to
something
make it-
called
Because he wanted it crispy.
the big what's their big extra? Is that what it's called?
The extra most bestest. God, don't make me plug for Little Caesars, man.
I just want to.
You got a cheese, obviously, right?
Yeah, I got a cheese.
Luke's not. Is he vegetarian?
No, but he still eats just cheese sometimes.
I eat only cheese. I
People
like
can
those
just
cheese.
eat cheese pizza.
I wasn't saying that
Anybody
like it's
can.
crazy. I was just wondering if he's. I wasn't saying it like he's an insane person.
I won't eat something unless it has meat on it somewhere.
I'm working the kitchen at Backyard on Bell now, so I'm learning how to like make dough and marinara and all that.
Does
With
the
New
water
York
good for
water?
it?
Yeah.
The Denton tap.
Guys,
Making dough is like the worst thing in the world, to be honest with you.
I mean, it depends
It
on your
is like
forte.
such a process.
Do you like,
Making cement is a
tend
lot.
Knead
work.
it, knead it
you
like a-
tend- yeah.
So you have to like, yeast, water,
tell him the
all this
Are you
mix
supposed
and
to say
stuff.
this?
Yeah, I don't
Is-
think you can tell.
How you
Is
people.
make
this recipe
dough?
like
Yeah.
out?
It's not like a secret recipe. It's
Are you
pretty.
sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm very sure, and I'm not gonna give it like step by step. I'm just telling you like basic. Literally,
How much
like,
yeast do y'all use?
I don't know. That's all in a book. I just literally just get to read it off. But you have to like mix it in this machine. Then it's got to sit for a while, and then you got to like take enough off and measure it and make sure it's a pizza's worth. And then you got to like
Knead
I
it.
don't- It's weird.
How
It
much does
kinda
a pizza's
yeah.
worth weigh?
I don't remember. I don't know. I'd have to read
Alright.
in the book. And if I told you
To
that,
make
I'm gonna
pie,
get
it'd
yelled
be
at,
about
apparently.
3
Apparently,
pounds,
these
14
recipes are like
ounces.
very, very sacred.
The FCC.
It's dope though. I'm a
That's
pizza
awesome.
guy now.
That's
dude.
cool.
Plant-based.
No,
I
I
feel
mean,
like I look like a pizza guy. I feel like I.
Mhm.
you look
I
like
give
every
off the-
pizza guy I've ever known.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to deliver pizza.
It's because Richie's only met you.
Yeah.
I always eat pizza with you.
Have you ever? I feel like Colton. Have you ever delivered pizzas? I feel like I could see you delivering pizzas.
I did deliver pizzas for a Pizza Hut in Roanoke. Roanoke
I worked
is
for a Pizza Hut.
Roanoke is the unique dining capital of Texas, and I worked at a Pizza Hut there.
Yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely.
It is pretty cool. I had a
#blessed.
kangaroo burger in Roanoke.
Like
Yeah.
kangaroo meat?
I don't know.
Colton, how's that make you feel?
What?
I've been looking at his coat.
It was
the whole
delicious.
time.
I don't think this is real fur.
They served it in a pouch.
His hair is.
Pretty matted.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's awesome.
What do you think this is made of?
It's a polyester blend with small amounts of cotton just to make it so it doesn't fray and
Yeah,
wash.
for those of you that don't know, the costume store in the mall is closing down and everything's 75%.
75%
Oh,
off.
wow.
How much do you think I ran off
is
of
this.
this? This has a mask, hands, and
It's a
feet.
legit gorilla costume.
Like this? Like,
For
I know everyone's looking at me and it's like,
75%
oh,
off.
he looks so cool with that shawl. This ain't a shawl, you guys.
Let's
That's a
guess that
gorilla
price.
costume.
Oh, the ties really make it.
Oh,
the back?
Wow.
Oh, man.
That does not what. That's not what a gorilla's body looks like.
No, we know. So I'm giving
more
this
like a
away
bear.
as
Do you
a
have like a black chest plate?
Mm-mm. No, this is it's a present. It's a present for my white elephant.
How weird is it that gorillas have like ceramic nipples? You know, it's like their entire
Ceramic.
body is fur, but then like their chest has that like plate.
It
on
looks like the Batman like
Yeah.
body armor, kind of.
What
The George Clooney ones with the actual like nipples that protruded.
people always make fun of like medieval armor because like only protects like your arms are open or whatever and like your
Yeah.
neck is still open, but like gorillas have way worse armor. Nobody ever makes fun of them for it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think people are just scared of making fun of gorillas.
There's a whole the
They'll go ape.
backlash.
They'll go ape.
I was gonna finish that.
Whoa, you're
Whoa.
like calm down.
Why does that guy
Whoa.
ever think he's cool? Sorry, can you hear us? You're cool. But not
So this guess how much you got that gorilla costume for? It's gonna blow your mind.
$13.
what? A full gorilla costume for 13?
Was it 75% off?
It was
How much was it?
17.
$17.
So she wasn't that far
Oh.
off. You were pretty actually.
And that's
you're
cool. That's
pretty
actually
close.
cool. I mean,
You're
you would
pretty
spend
close.
that at Ruby Tuesday
Any day of the week.
any day in the week.
We're going to a Christmas party tonight, and it's disco themed, and I got like a whole outfit for like $5.
And I'm going to
Chain
be
and
a
all.
disco
You'll
gorilla.
really make the party.
I'm going to
if
be
you
a
bring
disco
that.
gorilla.
If I bring Face Off,
Yeah.
hey guys, let's watch
You'll
Face
really
Off.
get the party started.
I'm
I
gonna
need
be
to
a-
see this.
a disco gorilla.
Well, I'm gonna go to karaoke tonight
be a
at
disco-
Andy's
You're gonna go do some karaokeing tonight.
every night, every Wednesday up
Dude,
there.
you kill the karaoke. Man.
Where?
I'm good at it. What? Andy's
Oh,
tonight?
nice.
You gonna do some Pearl
Who's
Jam
Andy?
tonight?
He's a bar owner.
Okay.
He's a bar.
Cool.
It's actually, they took off the S on the sign and it just says Andy now. I don't know if you knew that.
Does it really?
Don't
Yeah.
mess with me.
No.
He's lying.
I'm not.
He's clearly lying.
I'm not. You can't
Can you
make
see
stuff
it?
like that up. Yeah.
Jake, can you see
You
it?
can.
Jake, confirm.
Make
No,
something like that up.
Confirmed here.
can't see it.
The S has been removed. No, it really just says Andy Bar.
Hmm.
We're all going to go to Andy.
You ever done karaoke before, Richie?
Yes. Got booed off stage because I don't really know words, and I know that the words are on the
I don't
screen.
really
You're
know
a rapper.
words.
I know. I don't know any rap songs though either. But like, so like I'm sitting here and it's too hard to follow. Like the words are going, and I don't know the tune of that because I don't listen to a lot of music. So I would just make up my own words, and I did. Some girl picked some dumb song for me to sing. I did not know the
You're
song.
supposed to pick your own song.
No, I know, and so I didn't know the song, and so I start fake singing, and this is at VFW.
Colton's getting so frustrated.
And everybody starts booing me, and they get really mad. And the guy who was DJing, like, he's like, "I'm gonna cut him off," and turned my mic off. And I felt really like I was trying to be funny, but I felt like I was being really rude. Because then he was like, "Hey, something, get off the stage." And I felt like really bad, and I get off, and everyone was like, "That was terrible, that was awful," and I was like.
People really
Wow.
said that to you? 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like the karaoke community is like the most supportive
Yeah,
community.
if you
I've
sing the
ever-
words, I was making up.
Well, he
my
also
own-
said
that's true. You were making a
Yeah.
mockery of karaoke.
you might be thinking of like the karaoke community at like Crossroads, right? But I
Yeah.
would wager that that's a lot less positive
when you're
than
singing
the
"My
one at the
Fart Will Go On."
VFW.
The what?
He said he was at the VFW doing
Oh, I don't
karaoke.
know.
A bunch of older people,
What is the
Okay.
VFW?
like veterans.
Veterans of Foreign Wars.
Oh, I've actually done a show at a VFW.
Did it
thing
go
before.
well?
Yeah, I actually had a great time.
Did
It
you
was
do
wonderful.
Nice.
A bunch of old people. Me, Jimmy Nelson. I don't remember who the
I would do
comics-
karaoke.
They paid too.
I would do
Start-
karaoke.
That might be karaoke.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a great idea. And I think we're still.
Karaoke
and now-
is to be
and now-
taken serious.
And now you're
I got kicked out of a karaoke bar once.
how
Same.
really
Yeah.
for what?
I don't know. I sang my song, and right after the
What's your
dude
song?
that
What's your go-to song?
I Do Anything for Love by
Okay.
Meatloaf.
Okay,
Such a jam.
it's a good choice.
But
I
yeah,
just
right
don't know
after
any
I sang,
songs.
this dude came up to me and said, "Hey, you and your friend need to leave."
I'm scarred.
It was like a Tuesday night.
I had a bar get mad at me for doing a Meatloaf song too.
Wow.
I did
Which one?
I did Crossroads at its old location. 30 minutes before close, I signed up for Paradise by the Dashboard Light, and I did all of it front to back by myself, and they told me that I wasn't allowed to sign up for like a week.
Wow.
They comedy club banned you for a week.
Yeah, they were like,
don't
they're like
wanna see
9
this
minutes is
again.
way too long of a song. You can't do that.
That's hilarious. I got scarred. My first time doing karaoke was scarring because me and Luke, it was like Kevin Ward's birthday or something, so all the comics were there. And first time doing karaoke, me and Luke thought it'd be a good idea to do a Beastie Boys song, forgetting there's 3 Beastie Boys. And we didn't talk about who we didn't even sign each other roles, so it was just this terrible, terrible mess of white boy rap, and it was just awful, and it scarred me.
See, I don't understand what
Beastie Boys.
karaoke is like. Are you being serious up there? Do you think someone's going to come in here and offer it? But is it fun to be so terrible at
Let me
singing
tell you a story, Richie. One time, I went to Andy's to do karaoke, and I used to do
Karaoke.
now I do Pearl Jam songs because I have a genuine place of affection for Pearl Jam. in
And
my
you're
heart.
really
Okay,
good at it.
obviously.
You really are really, really good at sounding like Pearl Jam.
But I used to Eddie Vedder.
Is it
I
Eddie-
used to
I didn't know if it
sarcastically.
was. I was
no,
gonna
this is
say,
good.
listen, I was gonna say Eddie Vedder, but I didn't know if he was lead. Just good. I didn't know. I didn't want to get it wrong.
So you would sing sarcastically.
I would
Because
sing
when I had long
sarcastic.
hair.
I would sing Creed sarcastically.
Okay.
But I went to Andy's and I was doing. This is before the remodel, and I was doing karaoke with my friend Tyler. And I went up and I did. Hold Me Now, Hold Me Now, and I did a pretty good job. But then I was kind of like chuckling and like not really taking it seriously. And then the bartender was wearing a hoodie and he took it off. And he was wearing a Creed T-shirt, like I swear, like a Creed graphic T-shirt. And he immediately was the next person up, and he did My Sacrifice. And it was
wow.
like the
Ooh.
most beautiful, intense performance of any song I've ever seen at a karaoke bar. It was gorgeous. Like his voice was like could hit every note, and it was like
But isn't
full
that a
and
waste?
expressive.
Like, does this person want to work on an album later? Like, I don't know.
Don't you think he felt good doing it?
I don't know. If
There's
he
a
was
lot of-
serious,
Why do you perform
Yeah.
anywhere?
Yeah, I know, but it's different because I'm like putting it together.
You're asking
and,
what the
like,
gain is.
Yeah, I don't know if
it
people
could
are
almost-
doing
Depends on
it.
how loud the person sings. That's where
In
you
a
set the gain
sense,
at.
it's if you're a musician, it's kind
Right.
of open mic-ish. You know, like I mean, it's you're working your vocal.
No, I mean I've seen
cords,
some people.
you're-
I've seen Miranda Kennedy kill open mic when she's doing like some Jackson 5 song. Like I get it. I've seen people do karaoke and be like, "Whoa, that was awesome." But then I'm like, but that was just like you just sang that song. Like,
But
are you
it's-
also doing shows and
It's
stuff?
fun. It
or,
lets
like-
people feel like
Yeah.
they get like it lets.
But then
normal,
again, I'm not like a dancer or a singer or I don't really listen
It
to
lets
radio
normal
and stuff, so-
everyday people like myself or anyone like get up there and get to feel like what it be like. Colton gets to feel like what it would feel like to be Eddie Vedder. You know,
I'm not
like,
a normal everyday person though.
Oh my God, stop! You know exactly what I mean. And so, and you still owe me some cat food, by the way.
Oh.
Whoa.
My cat's
Like a
great. Thanks for
snack?
asking.
Oh, you know what
Wonderful.
is funny though is
How's
that
the bunny?
my rabbit is still cuter than your cat.
That's obviously not the
the
case.
only 3 people that voted were your sponsor, your girlfriend, and I think
There was
Richie.
there was
I vote Bunny.
No, there was
I vote
someone-
Bunny.
Yeah.
No, he would vote Bunny. He
I
would vote
love
Bunny.
bunnies. I'm a
He has a
bunny
bunny.
lover.
How's Pablo doing?
He's so good.
He's so good.
He's so good. He.
I was thinking like if we could have like little bunny dates, but I think my bunnies might eat your bunny.
Yeah, Pablo. He's kind of weak-willed.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's a little. Muiji continues to pick on him. It's been a real problem. I also can no longer keep cords on my floor at all. It's just not a thing.
Choose them up.
I need an iPhone charger. You got an extra iPhone charger?
I don't. No, but if
No, you have to bunny proof your house for sure.
It
You have to bunny
sucks.
proof it.
If you get one like I have. It's like not the charger like this. It like is really long and it's like made out of like
Cord.
a rope cord ish. I don't know. It's really tough. Like,
I don't think that would stop him.
I don't think he could shoot through it though.
No, he could.
You bunnies'
steel
teeth
cord.
are sharp.
Are they really?
Yeah.
They're pretty crazy.
Yeah. He nipped my hand the other day because he didn't want to go in his cage yet, and I had to leave. I had to go to work. I was like, "Come on, I can't let you run around on the carpet while I'm gone or whatever." And I was trying to not Pablo Muiji
Okay.
because that guy hates me.
Do you just feed them vegetables, or do you have to? Is there like bunny food? you
There's
buy at
bunny
the
food,
store?
and also I feed him vegetables.
What's bunny food?
And hay,
It's like cat food, kind of. Yeah, and they eat hay as well.
little pellets.
Yeah.
And then
Cocoa
they're
Puffs.
they're Pablo's litter box trained, but Luigi, I think he is, but he just hates me, so he won't.
So wait, it's like cat food. Do they have chicken rabbit food? Like, would you be against? That's interesting. Would you be against
think
feeding
No,
your rabbit
they're-
I
meat?
don't think they
they're
can
not.
They
eat
can't
meat.
They don't
meat.
eat meat. They don't know how to process it.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
What about
I'm just saying
is
because
are they
cat food,
neutered?
you have like chicken or
No, you have
Neutered.
different flavored.
Yeah.
I'm not
cats.
Is it
familiar.
flavored or does it have chicken in it?
I'll give you the vet, and at some point you're
Depends
gonna
on the
want to
brand, I
because they
guess.
start like peeing everywhere and like start marking their territory. And
We're having a cat conversation and a rabbit
no,
conversation.
no,
Two different.
for like 2 months, our
What
rabbits
What a
just like
wonderful world.
A house divided.
no. Rabbits are cool though. House bunnies.
Rabbits are better.
Hey.
That's funny.
When are you gonna incorporate your rabbits into your magic?
I don't know. Whenever they chill out, man, they're just like always biting my wand, always trying to like expose the trick.
Oh my god.
They're like not coming to the meetings. or
Plug
paying their
time. Richie, got any plugs, my guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna be at that party in about 30 minutes. On Friday, tomorrow I'm gonna be at tomorrow at Dan's Silverleaf. I'll be performing an unseen magic experience that no one's ever seen in their entire life. It will be full of danger and camaraderie.
It's gonna strip.
Oh my god. Annaleigh, plugs?
All right, yeah, I'm gonna be at Convenient Comedy next Wednesday, the
Midway
27th,
Craft House.
at Midway Craft House with this guy
Yeah.
and
Boy.
some other people.
Awesome. Colton?
Well, that obviously, and then hey, next month on January 14th, we're gonna start the Tree City Players. We'll be doing our first production. We're gonna do King Lear, and Amber Perkins will be playing Queen Lear in that production.
Awesome.
It's gonna be
That's
awesome.
When is that? Where?
Amber.
January 14th at Dan's.
Okay. That's going to be sweet. Dan's
It's
is
gonna
awesome.
be really awesome.
I enjoy Dan's. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's great.
Also, I wanted to mention I'm gonna be having Christmas with my mom Christmas Eve.
Okay, Joey with the plug, referring to myself in third person. Starting tomorrow through Saturday, I'll be at Hyenas Comedy Club in Dallas. There's one free show tomorrow, then 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Then next weekend, I'm doing the same thing at Hyenas Fort Worth. Also, do not forget Deep Wax Production, our sponsor. This Saturday, if you can't make it out to the comedy club, is throwing over at Andy or Andy's Bar. Onesie Upon a Time. It's a big Christmas party, live music, Sergio E. Compadres, and some bands will be playing. Bring your onesie. There's a onesie contest with a prize.
I believe it's $5 entry free if you bring a onesie.
There you
Do
go.
you just bring
Check
it, or do you
out.
have to wear it?
You have to wear it,
to
and
wear it.
I don't know if it's considered a
Under-
onesie.
That is a onesie. It's a gorilla
Wearing a
suit.
suit.
You have to wear a suit
a
over
onesie.
it.
Okay.
It's a gorilla onesie.
Well, thank you, Denton Radio. Thank you, Mark Zimmerman from Deep Wax Productions. Thank you, everybody. Annaleigh for coming out, joining
you
us.
for having
Colton
me.
for joining us again.
On accident.
Every 5:30, DentonRadio.com.
You better not count this.
5:30.
He's like, you better not count
this
this.
doesn't
I'm so tired. We had such a busy day. 5:30
We're about to go back to
every
the costume
Wednesday. Thank you. Bye.
shop. We love you.
Bye.
Accidentally.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.